Vince Shute Wildlife Sanctuary is a sanctuary for bears. It has no fences. The bears are free to roam over their normal range and many miles away. No hunting is allowed in the sanctuary, but of course hunting does take place just outside the sanctuary.
You know, we came and we just kind of fell in love with the bears, and we just got to see all of this, but it was nothing but garbage. It was garbage, junk, broken down machinery, sheds that had fallen apart.
Yeah.
It was just a total mess. But if you look through, and of course, you know, people came, and you have to pay to get rid of your garbage here. So they were bringing their bags of household garbage and just throwing it out there. You know, saying that they were feeding the bears, but in reality they were just getting rid of their garbage. And then Vince would go to town every day, and he would buy cookies, marshmallows, and bread. And he'd come in his car, and then they would run. And so then they would they take their claws and tear the belt. So then there was all of these bread wrappers, cookie wrappers, and marshmallow wrappers. This was just nothing but solid litter. Then people came in, and people would hand feed the bears, and they'd get the bears to stand up on their hind feet. We even saw people try to pour alcohol down the bears' throat. They would get their children to try to, you know, actually try to put them on the back of a bear.
Oh my gosh.
It was a great testimony to the restraint of the bear. So we knew we could manage the bears as the people. So we decided, we came up with this idea that we'll cage the people and let the bears go free. So that's kind of got us started, and we formed a nonprofit, and we had to hit the ground running in '95.
Wow.
So, and then, you know, this opportunity to view bears and learn about them, we had to make the decision, do we keep feeding the bears and use this as an educational opportunity, or do we just shut it down and at least have control of the land to prevent the bears from, people from coming in and shooting?
Down to like one battery bar.
As a newbie, I fell in love with him. I said, yeah. My heart goes out to her.
The sanctuary depends very heavily on volunteers such as Beverly and I for these 2 days to put out food and do the pooper scooper patrol and general maintenance and of the facility.
A barbecue grill.
Yeah.
A nice smell. Clean it, you know, burn it off. Clean it the best you can. Spray it with apple cider vinegar. Next time you fire it up, it's gone.
Yeah.
The other thing is pet food. Some people will like to feed their pets outside. The minute that pet stops eating, bring that food in. They can smell food up to and over a mile away. So you've got to eliminate any food odor around your house. Now, once a bear receives a food reward of any kind around your home, it is going to come back. They've got memories like you wouldn't believe. And it may take that bear 2 or 3 times, but if he still comes back and he doesn't find a reward, he's going to move on. They cannot waste the time trying to figure out, is there going to be a food reward? They've got to eat. Bears live to eat, and they eat to live.
One of the most popular bears at the sanctuary is Shute, the 3-legged bear. Shute showed up at the sanctuary about 13 years ago, missing his front left leg.
The tires are very easily like that. But not near as much as when it was 90. A lot of times they'll just go down in the creek and sit in the creek. Came and I know it was well over 100 miles.
Wow.
And looking for a new territory. And then once he found us, he always returned every year. But a lot of the bears are only here like 6 weeks of the year. So that means the other 10.5 months they're out somewhere else.
Yeah.
But this is hyperphagia when they're eating up to 20 hours a day. And so a lot of them just come right at this time of year.
Okay, a little guessing game. What in the world are all these buckets doing around these vehicles? Time's up. See, they're sitting next to the tires by and large. The bears like petroleum products and would chew on the tires. And so they put buckets of bear scat there to ward them off.
One of the tasks for volunteers is to open up packages of food and put it into pails and drums. Food is donated, that's out-of-date stuff that's donated and comes in packages anywhere from 3 ounces to 16 ounces, and of course they're going through hundreds of pounds of it a day. So.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, quick.
There you go. Oh, you're showing your privates.
He's not very private. Her running him over.
Shute sits in this kind of Buddha position to expose its stomach to try to cool off some. Bears, like dogs and cats, don't have sweat glands, so they pant or radiate their heat away.
Got 4 cubs here. And there goes Mom, was back there somewhere. There she is.